Hi, I'm Mary Lynn Maloney with the Orland Park Public Library, and I'm here today to help you kick off your holiday season by making this snowy holiday candle. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our mason jar, take the lid off, put that aside, save it for another project, and then we're going to take our glue, and this is just a standard tacky glue, something nice and thick, and we're going to put it on the jar. No real pattern or anything like that, you just want to make sure you've got glue all over the jar. And then take your paintbrush, spread it around. Just use a Ooky paintbrush, something that's dedicated for glue. You just want to cover the jar. And you don't want it to be too thick, you don't want it to be too thin. Just a nice medium coating. If you see that you don't have quite enough, just squeeze some more on there. And cover it. Now I don't cover the rim part because that's going to be covered over with your little embellishment at the end, so you don't really need to worry about that part right now. Now, I'm going to set that down for a second. You'll need a little paper plate or a little, what I've done is just take a piece of foil and sort of make my own little dish out of it here, because we're going to mix the Epsom salts, and these are just really thick salt. People use it for like salt baths and things like that. It's a real thick salt and it has a nice texture to it, and it looks a lot like snow. But we want our snow to also be shiny, so in this little bag is your glitter. So we're going to mix the glitter with the salt. And you can just use a spoon, you can use your fingers, whatever you want to do. So you're making your salt really shiny and snowy. Spread it out, and for those of you that cook, this next step will be sort of like when you bread your chicken. You're just going to take your gluey jar and lay it in the salt and spread it around. You can roll it around. You can take your spoon and just sprinkle more on the top. Just give it a nice coating so you're making the glass look really snowy and glittery. Got a few areas in here. I just want to cover them a little bit more. And then you can also press down on it to make the salt adhere a little bit better. And if you see any bare spots, just keep going back and covering them. Again, no rhyme or reason to it, just a thorough coating. And you're going to set that aside to dry for a while. And through the magic of video, I have one here that's already dry. So here you've got your covered candle, your covered jar, and if you shake it a bit, things will fall off, but for the most part, your little snowy covering is on there really well. Next thing you're going to do is create this little sprig of greenery with the holly berries on it. Now in your kit, you've just got your, here they are. You have artificial greenery that I've cut up for you and some little artificial holly berries. You could, of course, just go out into your yard if you have evergreen trees and snip off some fresh greenery and use it. But this will, last you over the years. So You've got your little berries, you've got your sprig. You're going to go back, get your glue, and you want your holly berry to be, at the top of your sprig of evergreen, so up here by the stem. Just take a nice glob of glue. Tacky glue is really good. You could also use hot glue, and then press your berries down into the glue. And if you have glue seepage, don't worry about it, because it will dry clear. And then just really press that down and hold it for a while. If you want, you could get a little clothespin or some kind of, like a binder clip or something like that to just press that and clamp it, so to speak, for a while. So be patient. One of the things I see students do all the time is like rushing through something, and they don't wait for glue to dry, they don't wait for paint to dry, so give it time, and then you'll have much more luck on your next step. So I already have one that is ready, and let me get it. And it's right here. So my little berries are nicely glued to my evergreen sprig. And then I'm going to take my jar. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to add the little twine detail around the rim of the jar. And then this you can do really however you want it to look. You could wrap your twine around there 10 times, 3 times, whatever you like. I just wanted kind of a little touch of the twine. Take your glue, go around the rim, and then just take your twine and start wrapping. Make sure to leave yourself extra that you can tie into a little bow. So just wrapping, wrapping, wrapping. Again, however many times you want to. I think that looks pretty nice. Now, you're going to take your sprig again, and you're going to attach it. I like mine hanging down like this. You could put it sideways. You probably wouldn't want to put it up like this, but I like the look of it just coming down from the rim. So I'll put more glue here. Don't be afraid of the glue. Lay down your sprig into that nice glob of glue there. And then hopefully my hands won't get in the way here. But just go ahead and take your twine and tie your sprig on. And just sort of capture it there. You can do it again. Knot it really securely. Also just press down so that you get good adhesion between the sprig and the jar. And then tie a bow. I like to do the bow where you make a bow and then pull one end out. So you just have kind of a half bow and a little loop up here, which is I think what I did over here. Yeah. So pull tight. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And then you take your little scissors, which I don't have here in front of me, but let me set this on the side. You'll trim the ends however long you want. You can leave your twine ends hanging down a little bit further. Again, that's up to you, just a personal choice of how you want it to look. So there is your little candle, but of course you need some light inside. So in your kit you'll have one of these cute little battery operated candles. Easy, safe. Whoops. And just drop it right in there. And there's your snowy holiday candle. Might be fun to do a grouping of these. You know, you can find jars at thrift stores and Goodwill, different sizes, put different colored candles inside. You could put like 3 candles in one. Just do a nice little grouping. It's easy, economical, and gives you a nice snowy touch for Christmas. And that's it. So thanks so much for joining me, and hope you have a happy holiday season. Bye now.